Jia Su anticipated Cao Cao's intentions and decided to turn his plan against him. He said to Zhang Xiu, "I have been observing from the city walls for 3 days. Cao Cao often circles the city. He noticed that the bricks and soil at the southeast corner are different in color, and most of the defensive stakes there are damaged. He must be planning to attack from that point. I also saw him piling straw on the northwest side, a ruse meant to draw our defenses there while he sneaks into the southeast corner at night." Zhang Xiu asked, "What should we do then?" Jia Su replied, "It's simple. Tomorrow let the elite soldiers eat their fill and hide lightly armed inside houses at the southeast corner. Then have commoners disguise themselves as soldiers to guard the northwest and create noise there. When Cao Cao's men climb the southeast wall at night, once you hear the signal drum, we will rush out together and surely capture him." Zhang Xiu gladly agreed. Cao Cao received reports that Zhang Xiu had pulled most troops to the northwest with much commotion, leaving the southeast seemingly undefended. Cao Cao laughed. "He has fallen into my trap." He ordered the troops to prepare siege tools, feigning an attack on the northwest during the day. At midnight, he led crack troops into the southeast moat, cut through the barriers, and entered the silent city. Suddenly, the signal drum boomed, and ambushed troops swarmed out. The Cao army panicked. Just as they tried to retreat, Zhang Xiu personally led forces in. Cao Cao's army was routed, fleeing dozens of miles. Zhang Xiu pursued until dawn before returning. Cao Cao, counting losses, found over 50,000 dead and much military supply lost. Lu Qian and Eugene were both wounded. Seeing Cao Cao flee, Jia Su advised Zhang Xiu to write to Lu Biao, asking him to cut off Cao Cao's retreat. Lu Biao received the letter and prepared to march, when scouts reported that Sun Tzu was camped at Huku. Kuai Liang said, "Sun Tzu's presence there is a stratagem of Cao Cao. Now that Cao has just been defeated, if we don't seize the chance to attack, it will be trouble later." So Lu Biao ordered Huang Zu to guard the pass, while he personally led troops to Anzhong County to block Cao Cao's way and rendezvous with Zhang Xiu. Zhang Xiu, hearing Lu Biao was moving, marched with Jia Su to strike Cao Cao. As Cao Cao's army moved slowly, they reached the Yu River at Xiangqing. Suddenly, Cao Cao burst into tears on horseback. The men asked why. He said, "I recall that last year here we lost our great general Dian Wei. I cannot help but grieve." He then ordered the whole army to halt and hold memorial rites. Cao Cao personally burned incense and wept before Dian Wei's spirit. The army was deeply moved. He also honored his nephew Cao Anmin, his eldest son Cao Ang, the fallen soldiers, even the slain Fergana horse. The next day, Sun Yu's messengers reported, "Lu Biao and Zhang Xiu have joined forces at Anzhong to cut off our way home." Cao Cao replied, "Though I march only a few miles a day, it is not because I don't know they are chasing. My plan is set. Once at Anzhong, I will defeat them. Do not worry." So the army pressed on. At Anzhong, Lu Biao had taken the key ground, and Zhang Xiu had arrived. That night, Cao Cao secretly cut a new path and laid ambushes. At dawn, the allied forces, thinking Cao Cao weak and fleeing, rushed into dangerous terrain. Cao Cao sprang his ambush and routed both armies. After breaking through, he camped outside the pass. Lu Biao and Zhang Xiu gathered their defeated men and lamented, "We fell into Cao Cao's trick." They resolved to plan again. Sun Yu discovered that Yuan Shao planned to attack Xuchang and wrote urgently to Cao Cao. Alarmed, Cao Cao decided to retreat immediately. Spies reported this to Zhang Xiu, who wanted to pursue. Jia Su said, "Do not pursue or you will lose." But Lu Biao insisted, "If we do not pursue now, we will miss our chance." He led 10,000 men after Chao's rear. After a few miles they caught the rear guard, but Chao's men fought desperately. The allied army was defeated and withdrew. Zhang Xiu told Jia Su, "Not heeding you, we lost." Jia Su said, "Now you may reorganize and chase again." Lu Biao objected, How can we chase right after losing? Jia Su replied, "This time we will surely win. If we fail, cut off my head." Zhang Xiu trusted him, while Lu Biao still hesitated. Zhang Xiu pursued on his own, and indeed Cao Cao's army was routed, supplies scattered everywhere. But as Zhang Xiu chased, suddenly a detachment appeared from behind a mountain. Alarmed, Zhang Xiu withdrew. Back at Anzhong, Lu Biao asked Jia Su, "Why did you say pursuing a defeated army would fail, but pursuing a victorious one would win?" And both were correct. Jia Su explained, simple. Though skilled, you are no match for Cao Cao. His troops, though beaten, always have fierce generals guarding the rear. We cannot overcome them, so we lose. But since Cao Cao was anxious to rush back to Su, after repelling us once he grew careless, if we chased then we could surprise him. That is why. Both leaders marveled at his wisdom. Jia Su then advised Lu Biao to return to Jingzhou and Zhang Xiu to hold Xiangqing, and the armies withdrew. As Cao Cao marched, he heard his rear was struck and hurried back. He found Zhang Xiu already withdrawn. Defeated soldiers reported, "Had that detachment not appeared, we would all have been captured." Cao Cao asked who it was. A man stepped forward, introduced himself as Li Tong from Jiangxia, Pingchun. He said, "I was guarding Runan, and hearing of your battle, I came to aid." Cao Cao was pleased, granted him the title Lord of Meritorious Service, and assigned him to guard Runan's western frontier. Cao Cao returned to Xuchang, memorialized Sun Tzu as general who defeats rebels and Marquis of Wu, ordering him to guard against Lu Biao. Back at court, officials greeted him. Sun Yu asked, "How did you dare to march slowly to Anzhong, yet know you would win?" Cao Cao said, "They had no retreat and had to fight desperately. I deliberately lured them while secretly arranging an ambush. Thus I knew I would prevail." Sun Yu admired him. Later, Guojia presented a letter from Yuan Shao, arrogant in tone, asking for soldiers and grain. Cao Cao said, "He once plotted against Xuchang. Now he uses excuses. What should we do?" Guojia said, "Between Lu Bang and Xiangyu, you know Lu Bang triumphed through strategy while Xiangyu, though strong, was captured. Yuan Shao has 10 weaknesses, you have 10 strengths," he enumerated. Morality, justice, governance, talent, decisiveness, virtue, benevolence, clarity, law, and military art. With these you will defeat him. Cao Cao laughed. "Am I truly worthy to oppose him?" Sun Yu added, "With Guojia's 10 victories against his 10 defeats, why fear Yuan Shao's numbers?" Guojia then warned, "But Lu Bu in Shuzhou is the greater danger. If we march north against Yuan Shao, Lu Bu will seize Su. Better to destroy Lu Bu first." Cao Cao agreed and decided to campaign against Lu Bu, first writing to ally with Liu Bei and sending a conciliatory letter to Yuan Shao to keep him occupied with Gongsun Zan. Yuan Shao, pleased, immediately attacked Gongsun Zan. In Shuzhou, during banquets, Chen Gui and his son often flattered Lu Bu. Chen Gong resented this and whispered, "They are not sincere. Beware them." Lu Bu angrily said, "You are sowing discord." Chen Gong sighed, "Words of loyalty cannot enter deaf ears. We are doomed." One day, while hunting near Xiaopei, he intercepted a courier, searched him, and found a secret letter from Liu Bei to Cao Cao pledging to assist in attacking Lu Bu. Lu Bu was enraged, executed the messenger, and ordered Chen Gong, Zhang Ba, and the Taishan bandits to raid Yanzhou, while Gao Shun and Zhang Liao were sent to besiege Pei and others to raid Runan and Yingchuan. Lu Bu personally led the central army. When Gao Shun approached Xiaopei, Liu Bei prepared defenses. He dispatched Jian Yong to sue for aid, while he and his sworn brothers guarded the gates. Liu Bei south, Guan Yu west, Zhang Fei east, Sun Qian north, with Mi Zhu and Mi Fang in the center protecting the families. Gao Shun besieged. At the west gate, Guan Yu called to Zhang Liao, "Why serve a traitor?" Zhang Liao, silent, seemed ashamed. Guan Yu, sensing his loyalty, did not fight. At the east gate, Zhang Fei charged, but Guan Yu stopped him, saying, Zhang Liao is no less skilled than we are, yet I sensed regret in him. So they shut the gates and refused battle. Jianyong reached Su and pleaded with Cao Cao. At council, strategists advised action. Guojia urged, strike quickly before Lu Bu consolidates. Cao Cao agreed, ordering Xiahou Dun, Xiahou Yuan, Lu Qian, and Li Dian with 50,000 men ahead, himself following. Scouts reported to Gao Shun, who quickly summoned Lu Bu. Lu Bu sent Ho Chung, Hao Meng, and Chao Xing with cavalry to intercept. Liu Bei, learning of Chao's approach, marched out with Guan Yu and Zhang Fei to set camps. Xiahou Dun clashed with Gao Shun, fought 40 or 50 bouts, and drove him back. Pursuing, Xiahou Dun was struck in the left eye by an arrow loosed by Chao Xing. With a cry, he pulled out the arrow, bringing his eyeball with it. Shouting, "This is the flesh and blood of my parents. It must not be wasted." He swallowed it, remounted, and speared Chao Xing dead. Both armies were stunned. High morale restored, but Gao Shun rallied, and the Chao army was defeated. Xiahou Yuan rescued his brother, while Lu Qian and Li Dian withdrew. Gao Shun then rejoined Lu Bu, who with Zhang Liao pressed Liu Bei's camps on 3 sides. As the poem says, though the fierce general swallowed his eye in valor, a wounded vanguard could not long endure the fight. Whether Liu Bei could hold out is told in the next chapter. Summary. This chapter describes Cao Cao's contests with Zhang Xiu and Liu Biao. Jia Su's cunning stratagems led to Chao's defeat, then twice predicted outcomes correctly, guiding victories. Cao Cao returned to Su, where Guojia proposed the 10 victories against 10 defeats, arguing for destroying Lu Bu before Yuan Shao. Meanwhile, Lu Bu, discovering Liu Bei's secret correspondence with Cao Cao, preemptively struck Xiaobei. Liu Bei requested help from Cao Cao. Xiahou Dun fought fiercely, even after losing an eye to an arrow, shocking both sides. The battle hung in suspense. Knowledge points. 1. Xiahou Dun and the eye incident. Novel. He pulled out the arrow with his eye, swallowed it, and kept fighting. History. Records confirm he lost an eye to an arrow, but the eating the eye detail is fictional embellishment to dramatize his ferocity. 2. Cao Cao versus Lu Bu. A novel. Depicts their clashes as balanced, sometimes with Cao at a disadvantage. History. In fact, Lu Bu usually lost, short of supplies and fleeing to Su province. The novel exaggerates his prowess. 3. Cao Cao's portrayal. Novel, shown more passive, saved by subordinates' bravery. History. He was the key strategist himself, suffering setbacks but never so helpless. The dramatization enhances contrast and tension.